Hey guys, with Abomination9 here, we're back playing some more Yu-Gi-Oh Duel Links, and today we're going to be opening up Revolution Beginning, which is the new box that came out a few days ago. I'm a bit late to it, but so be it. Oh yeah, before we get into it, I forgot. What I usually do now is show off what deck I'm using, which is just a trash deck that I threw together after they added the dinosaur stuff. It's just Rex, Stega, Triceratops is old, but Protops, and some Frostosauruses, and then the Lightning Warriors in there. I have Dinotherium in here just because I don't have the dinosaur that does the exact same thing. But Dinotherium, so you can get out turn 1 Frostosaurus or turn 1 Triceratops, or Dinotherium plus Stella, which again just stays level 3 tuner that I needed. Said Dinotherium plus Stella equals Lightning Warrior. Any of these plus Stella is pretty much Lightning Warrior. Then Shapeshifter plus any of the 4s will equal your Uruk or Gravity Warrior. So yeah, just some mess I threw together real quick that I've been using for Jaden. Yeah, so what do we want out of this? Obviously Junk Destroyer, possibly the Shogun. This card definitely, I think. This is probably my most wanted card, probably. Of course, Miracle Fusion, we are playing Jaden, so Miracle Fusion. Pretty much anything that's a Synchro is what I want out of this box. I take all Synchros. Take Gen X stuff, of course, because I am into Gen X's. Synchro material. The Karakuri cards are pretty good, I think, now. With this, especially with this one here, I think they're okay. But we're just gonna stop wasting time and jump right in. Go through it as fast as possible. We got like over 40 packs open here. Hopefully Konami doesn't screw us over like usual. Barrel behind the door. Activate only when a card's effect that would inflict damage to you is activated. Your opponent takes the damage instead. Core Blast. You can only activate this card's effect while you control a face-up Koa Ki Meru monster once per turn. During your standby phase, if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can destroy a number of cards your opponent controls so that your opponent will control the same number of cards as you control monsters. And then a Synchro for Gen X Ally Axel. Tuner, Gen X Tuner, and one more. Once per turn. What is this? This is an 8. This is an 8 Synchro. Once per turn, you can discard one card to select one level 4 or lower machine type monster from your graveyard and special summon it. The attack of that monster is doubled until the end phase, but it cannot attack your opponent directly. Move that monster from play during your end phase. That's pretty good. Triples. With Blue Glint. So we get Synchro material right off the bat. Stardust Phantom. When this card you control is destroyed by your opponent's card, either by battle or card effect, and sent to the graveyard, you can select one Stardust Dragon in your graveyard and special summon it in face-up defensive position. You can move from play this card in the graveyard to select one face-up Dragon-type Synchro monster you control. Once per turn, the Synchro monster cannot be destroyed by battle, but each time this effect is applied, it loses 800 attack and defense at the end of the damage step. Fabled... wait. What? Roostros. Why is he here? Isn't this an old card? Why is he in here this pack as well? Why are we doubling down on old cards? Come on, Konami. This better not be like a doubling down on old stuff. Come on now, that ain't cool. Dark Deal. When your opponent activates a normal spell card, pay 1,000 life. The effect of the normal spell card becomes your opponent discards one random card. Oof. I want to play with that one. Definitely. Reanimation Wave. Activate only when your opponent monster declares a direct attack. Select monster in your graveyard with a level less than or equal to the attacking monsters. The battle damage you take from the attack is halved. At the end of the damage step, special summon the selected Synchro monster from your graveyard. Fabled Diff. Yeah, these are all Oats Fabled cards. Come on, Konami, what is this? Fabled Kudabi. Fabled Tuner and one other. This card gains the following effects based on the number of cards in your hand. 0, he cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects, or 3 or more, he is destroyed during the end phase. Single Creep. Quickie Meru, a beetle. During each of your end phases, destroy the card unless you send one iron core to the graveyard from your hand to the graveyard, or reveal one insect type monster in your hand. If a light dark monster is special summoned in attack position, change that monster to defense position. Misjudge. If an opponent's card effect activates before resolving that effect, toss a coin twice, and if the results are 2 heads, negate the effect. You can only use the effect of Misjudge once per turn. Karakuri, Soldier MDL236 Nisamu. This card must be attack if able. When the face-up attack position card is selected as an attack target, change the defensive position. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one level 4 lower Karakuri monster from your deck in face-up attack position. Single Creep again, Konami screwing us. Koiki Meru Boulder. That's another old card. Konami, please! Iron Chain Coil. Once per turn, you can select one Iron Chain monster you control to have it gain 300 attack and defense as long as this card is face up on the field. Okay, that's cool, I guess. Fabled Kudabi again. Single Creep. Reanimation Wave, Nightmare Horse. This card can attack your opponent's life points directly, even if there is a monster on your opponent's side of the field. Okay. Oh, okay, never mind. I was like, a lot of cards are able to do that. But the wording on that is weird. The Fabled Chihuahua. During the main phase, you can discard one Fabled monster and special summon this card from your hand, which combos with a bunch of other stuff. Triple Creeps on that, but nothing else. Fabled Diff, Poison Chain. During the end phase of your turn, if you did not attack, you can make your opponent send cards equal to the number of face-up Iron Chain monsters you control from the top of their deck to the graveyard. Karakuri Strategist, MDL248 Nishipachi. This card must attack if able. When this face-up attack position card is selected as an attack target, change its defense position. When this card is normal summon or special summon, select one monster on the field and change its battle position. Triple Creeps, with gold, yellow glint, and some hieroglyphics. And Jaden Bam. Necro Defender. During the main phase, you can remove from play this card from your graveyard to select one monster you control until your opponent's next end phase. That monster cannot be destroyed by battle, and you take no battle damage from battles involving it. Backup Warrior cannot be normal summoned or set. Must first be special summoned from your hand, while the only monsters you control are 2 defensive position monsters. You cannot synchro summon the turn you special summon this card. And Fabled Cerebral. I guess it's Cerebral. I guess it's Cerebral because it should be Cerberus, but Cerebral. Ultra Rare, I'll take it. This card is discarded. When this card is discarded to the graveyard, special summon it. Great card. Free summon pretty much if you have Dark World Dealings or anything that dumps the graveyard. It's pretty decent, obviously in the Fabled deck archetype from this box is pretty decent with this card, obviously, or maybe I should even say amazing, I don't know. Up triples Wink Explosion right off the bat after that last one with the Psychedelic Glint and Jaden Bam. Karakuri Cash Shed. Activate only if you control a Karakuri monster in face of defensive position, negate the activation of an opponent's spell to trap and destroy it. Karakuri Anatomy. Come on, Konami. Please, why is half this box old cards? Come on. And Karakuri Merchant MDL 177 Inashichi. This card must attack available. When the face-up attack position card is selected as attack, change the defense position. When this card is normal summon, add one Karakuri card from your deck to your hand. Triple Craves with a Psychedelic Glint again. And Jaden. No Bam, but still Jaden. It's a trap. So it could be... It could be, I think, Unending Nightmare is what it's called, or Synchro Material. It's Nightmare Horse, Necro Linker. You can tribute this card to select one Synchron Tuner monster in your graveyard. Special summon that monster. It cannot be used as a Synchro Material monster during the turn it is special summoned by this effect. And is this Unending Nightmare, or is it Synchro Material? Could we get lucky enough to get Synchro Material? No, it's Unending Nightmare. Which, you pay 1,000, then strike one face-up spell the trap card in the field, destroy it. You can only activate the effect of Undying Nightmare once per chain, even. So, on the Unending Nightmare, but freaking Cerberell and, I guess, Katakuri Merchant, not too bad. I mean, I guess we got Unending Nightmare too. Got 2 Kurabis, at least, as well, and Gen X Ally Axel. Single Creep. Speed this up. Dark World Brainwashing. When a opponent monster activates effects, if you have 3 or more cards in your hand, except during the damage step, you can target 1 Dark World monster on the field, return it to the hand, and if you do, the activated effect becomes discard 1 random card from your opponent's hand. Oof. White Veil. This is Equip. While the equipped monster battles, your opponent cannot activate any spell or trap until the end of the damage step. When an attack is declared involving the equipped monster, face-up spell/trap cards your opponent controls have their effects negated until the end of the damage step. Even if this card leaves the field, when the equipped monster destroys an opposed monster by battle, you can destroy all spell and trap cards your opponent controls. When this face-up card in the player's spell or trap card zone leaves the field, that player takes 2,000 damage. It's like, Jesus Christ, this card's amazing. Where's the catch? When is it coming? There it is, 3,000 damage. Katakuri Strategist. Yellow glint on that for some reason. Koki Meru Hydro Barrier. You can return 1 Iron Core from your hand to the top of the deck. If you do, the effects of all face-up effect monsters are negated until the standby phase of your next turn, except Koa Ki Meru monsters. Barrel Behind the Door, and Koki Meru Speeder. During each of your end phases, destroy this card unless you send 1 Iron Core from your hand to the graveyard or reveal 1 machine-type monster in your hand. If you draw an Iron Core during the draw phase, you can reveal it to your opponent to draw 1 more card. Single Creed. Fabled Roostros, Katakuri Anatomy, and Katakuri Trick House. Activate only when the battle position of face-up Katakuri monster you control is changed. Select 1 card of the field and destroy it. Freaking great. Fabled Meet Toji. You can send this card from your hand to the graveyard to select 1 face-up Fabled monster you control. This selected monster is treated as a tuner monster while face-up on the field. What? Okay, that's not terrible. Parallel Selection. Activate only when a synchro monster you control is destroyed by your opponent card effect or by battle. And so the graveyard, select 1 of your removed from play spell cards and add it to your hand. Iron Chain Repairman, or when this card destroys a monster by battle and sends to the graveyard. Inflict 300 damage to your opponent. Once per turn, you can special summon 1 level 4 lower Iron Chain monster from graveyard, except Iron Chain Repairman. This card cannot attack the turn you activated this effect. Single Creep. Barrel Behind the Door, Rescue Warrior. You take no battle damage from battles involving this card. If this card is destroyed by battle, and select 1 face-up monster your opponent controls that you own, and take control of it. That your opponent... Okay, what? Select 1 face-up monster your opponent controls that you own, and take control of it. Why would you already own a card that your opponent controls? Unless you're using... weird nonsense. I don't know what these rescue guys can do, but that's weird. Core Reinforcement. Select and special summon 1 Koakiameru monster from your graveyard in attack position when this monster is destroyed during your end phase. When that monster is destroyed during your end phase, the controller of this card takes damage equal to the monster's attack. When this card is removed from the field, destroy that monster. When this monster is destroyed, destroy this card. Single Creep. White Veil again. Residence Device. Target 2 face-up monsters you control with the same type and attribute. Change 1 of their levels to the current level of the other until the end phase. Katakuri Trick House, we already seen, even though it said new. It's just hollow that time. The Fabled Nuzuchi. During your main phase, you can discard 1 Fabled monster and special summon this card from your hand. When this card is special summoned this way, you can special summon 1 level 2 or lower Fabled monster from your hand. Aurora Paragon. Either player can special summon monsters, which is pretty good. When another monster is normal summon, you destroy him though. Either player's side of the field destroy this card, which is not good. Fabled Valkyrus. 1 Fabled Tuner and another anything. Once per turn, you can discard 1 fiend type monster to draw 1 card. Iron Chain Coil, Core Blast, Miniaturize. Activate the card by targeting one face-up monster on the field with more than 1,000 original attack. Then that has a level. It's a level. It's reduced by 1. Also, it loses 1,000 attack when this monster leaves the field. Destroy this card. Okay. That's good? Question mark. The Fabled Nozuchi again. Crash Bug Z. When this card is normal summon, you can special summon one Crash Bug Y from deck. You can must control a face-up Crash Bug X to activate this. Activate and to resolve this effect. Fabled Valkyrus again. Triple Creeps. No Glint. No Hieroglyphics. No Jaden. Koiki Meru Boulder. Core Blast. Fabled Kushano. You can discard one fabled monster to the graveyard except fabled Kushano to add this card from your graveyard to your hand. Right, trash that time. Triples with Glints and Jaden. Kategori Ninja. This is from the other packs. Again, Konami, please, what are you doing? Half this box is other cards from other boxes. Please, do not do this ever again. Backup Warrior. And Kategori Merchant MDL 177 Inashi Chi once again. So we have 2 of those, so he's no longer in the box. Iron Chain Snake. During the main phase, you can equip this card to a face-up monster your opponent controls. The monster loses 800 attack defense when it is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard. Its controller sends cards equal to its level from the top of the deck to the graveyard. It's pretty hardcore. Crash Bug Z and Fabled Valkyrus. Again, we have a playset of him. Fabled Ultro. Once per turn, you can send one card from your hand to the graveyard, especially in one level 3 Fabled monster from your hand. Misjudge, Katakuri Soldier. Triple Creeps, Psychedelic Glint. A spell. Can it be the Miracle Fusion? Probably not, because there's like 20 other spells. There's like 5 other spells up here. Crash Bug Y. When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon one Crash Bug X from your deck. You must control a face-up Crash Bug Z to activate and resolve this effect. And what does Crash Bug X do? Because it's like, Y can't do anything if there's no X, Z can't do anything if there's no X, but Y summons Z, and Z summons Y. What does X do? Katakuri Ninja MDL 919 Queek. That's weird. This card must attack if able. When this face-up card is selected for attack, changes to defensive. When this card is destroyed, when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, select one level 4 or lower Katakuri monster in your graveyard and special summon it in face-up defensive position. And Diamond Core of the Koiki Meru. Add one Koiki Meru card from your deck to your hand, except Diamond Core. You can banish this card from your graveyard for the rest of the turn. Koiki Meru monsters you control cannot be destroyed. That is a good card for Koiki Merus. Resonance Vise, Beetle, Fabled Crush, which is, this is a needed card for the combo, I believe. When this card is discarded to the graveyard, select one level 4 or lower Fabled monster in your graveyard, accept this card, and special summon it. So I think you use Crush, and you use another special, another ultra rare guy, and then you use another one. I don't know where it is. Maybe it's up there? I don't see it here, so it must be another ultra rare, or maybe it's lower than that. But there's 3 cards that combo together. It's Crush, another girl, and then another dude. Oh, yellow glint on that. Roar Paragon, Necrolinker, and Swarm of Scarabs, which apparently this is really disgusting. Once per turn, you can change this card to face down defense position. When this card is flipped, summon target one monster your opponent controls, destroy that target. So yeah, pretty disgusting. Because you play this card, use the card that stops your monster from being attacked when it's face down. Then next turn, flip it face up, kill one monster, flip it back down, play another one of those traps that I just talked about, rinse and repeat the next turn. Fabled Pegasus. Yep, Pegasus. When this card is discarded to the graveyard, you can special summon it face down on your side of the field. When this card is flipped face up, you can reveal one Fabled monster in your hand to send one Fabled monster in your deck to the graveyard, Poison Chain, and a hollow Katakuri Trick House. White Veil, Cybersaurus, too late for this guy. And the Fabled Kurabi. Place it at him. Green glint on that. Stardust Phantom, Karakuri Anatomy, and Koikimeru War Arms. During each of your end phases, destroy this card unless you send one Iron Core to your hand to the graveyard or reveal one War type monster in your hand. Once per turn, you can target one level 3 or lower War type monster in your graveyard to equip this card. Whoops, I accidentally clicked Triple Kareebs. No one cares anyways. Ultimate Obedient Fiend. This card can only attack as this card is the only card on your side of the field, and also you have no cards in your hand. The effects of effect monsters that this card destroys are negated. Koikimeru Grevirose. During each of your end phases, destroy this card unless you send one Iron Core from your hand to the graveyard or reveal one plant type monster in your hand. During each of your standby phases, you can send one level 3 or lower monster from your deck to the graveyard. Lucent, Netherlord of Darkworld. If this card is discarded to the graveyard by a card effect, special summon it from the graveyard. Then, if this card was discarded from your hand to the graveyard by your opponent's card effect, you can special summon one fiend type monster from your deck to either side of the field. Nasty. Alright, so who is it that we skipped? It was a Koaki. This guy. You can target one level 3 or lower war type monster in your graveyard. Equip that target to this card. This card gains attack equal to half of the combined attack of the monsters equipped to it by this effect. This card would be destroyed by battle. Destroy all monsters equipped to it by this effect instead. That's decent, I guess. Alright, we barely have any left. We only have 2 packs after this. Triple Kareebs right off the bat. With no glint, though. World Paragon. Falling Curtain. Target one face-up monster your opponent. One monster you control and declare a level between 1 and 3, it becomes that level. Okay. Karakuri Bero MDL 96. Shin Kuro, I should say. Shin Kuro. The new black? I don't know. This card must attack if able, or it's shoe black. When this face-up attack position card is selected as an attack target, change its defense position. Once per turn, this card cannot be destroyed by battle. See, I don't know, because we have... I can't tell what this is, but that's 9, and that's 10? No, that's 6. 96. Duh. So yeah, 96. But this, I'm guessing, is Shinkuro, so yeah, I don't know what Shinkuro means. I just know what Shin and Kuro means separately. Triple Kareebs. Iron Chain Snake. Ally Salvo. When this card is destroyed by battle with a light monster and sent to the graveyard, select 2 cards in the field and destroy them. And a Meru Speeder. Triple Kareebs, Wink Explosion. With Yellow Glint and Jaden. Karakuri Ninja, Fabled Mitsutoji, and Karakuri Meru Rook Lord. During each of your end phases, destroy this card unless you send one Iron Core from your hand to the graveyard, or reveal one type monster in your hand. And he himself is a warrior, so he combos with that bear thing that we saw earlier. You can tribute summon this card by tributing one Koikimeru monster. When this card is normal summon, you can remove from play one Koikimeru card in your graveyard. Destroy up to 2 cards your opponent controls. That's 2 of anything. Pretty decent. Hieroglyphs on this for some reason. Level tuning. Reduce the level of all face-up monsters you control by 1 until the end phase. Gateway to Dark World. Target one Dark World monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target. You cannot special summon other monsters in the turn you activate this card, but you can set. And Fabled Crush again, so that's good. Triple Kareebs, Wicked Explosion. With Hieroglyphs, the Mega Hieroglyphs, and Yellow Glint. Can we get a Jaden? We can get a Jaden. Bam. Fabled Pegasus, Fabled Death, Konami Please, Y is half the box cards from the other boxes, and this is the card I was talking about. Fabled Grimro. If you control a face-up Fabled monster, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, add one Fabled monster from your deck to your hand, except Fabled Grimro. So, Grimro, Crush, and the other Ultra Rare. Is he an Ultra Rare, or is it this guy here? Might be, I think he's called Raven, so yeah, I think it's this card here. Raven, Grimro, and Crush are all combo into each other. Single Kareeb. Throw behind the door. Lucky Chain and Lucky Chance. Continuous Trap. And infect monster effects that require only 1 coin toss is activated. Call heads or tails. If you call it right, draw 1 card. Oof. Fabled Valkyrus again. Triple Kareebs, Wink Explosion once again. Yellow Glint, and Jaden Bam. Lucky Chance, Fabled Ultro, and Raven. Okay, we got the full set of them. So once per turn, you can discard any number of cards, and if you do, this card gains 1 level and 400 attack for each discarded card until the end of the turn. So you play this dude, then Grim Rose, or whatever her name was, she dumps herself, because Raven on the field, to the graveyard to grab Crush from the deck. Then you use Raven to throw Crush away to the graveyard. Crush effect activates in graveyard, letting you special summon Grimrose to the field. Then, because Raven's a tuner, and Grimrose is a 4, and he's a 2, you summon out a 6 Synchro, which I think... Who are you trying to summon with it? You can't get Valkyris with that. You're trying to summon some Fabled Synchro, I think. Or you can just grab any 6, really. Actually, the ultra rare... I don't know, is it? Can you summon him? I don't know. But you're getting out a 6 Synchro. It's like a super complicated series of events to Synchro summon, but that's how it works. That's the combo. If you even want to Synchro summon to begin with. Fabled Nuzuche, Fabled Diff, Wrecked into Power. We'll check that out later because I accidentally skipped it. Flashback Y, the Fabled Nuzuche, and Miniaturize. Single Creeb. Falling Curtain, Fabled Urustros, and Fabled Kushano. Okay, so what was that? That was this. Reveal 1 Iron Core in your hand. Destroy all face-up spell and trap cards your opponent controls. I believe this card is from another set, so this doesn't count. I think it is anyways. Core Blast, Poison Chain, Katakuri Trick House, and last but not least, Triple Kareebs at least. Hieroglyphs and Mega Hieroglyphs. And Yellow Glint. Can we get a Jaden? We got a Jaden Bam as well. Oof. Okay, so it can be one of these. It can be the Fabled, but give me the Dragon. Please, that's all I wanted. Ally Salvo. Necro Defender. I guess I'll take him. Underworld Fighter Balmung. 1 tuner and 1 of anything else. So he's a freebie who's only a 4 cost. So you can 2 level 2s, the level 1 and level 3, etc., etc. When this card is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 level 4 or lower monster in your graveyard. Keep this card special summon that target. Meh. But we can at least put him on the thumbnail now. With Raven and Grimro. So we got a decent amount. I mean, we got 3 Ultras. 3 Ultras. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Super Rares. So 6 Super Rares and 3 Ultras. That's not terrible. But I did want this guy. I did want Ancient Sacred Wyvern. Who is the 6 that they're trying to get, though? I guess you're just trying to grab something random, because actually, is Grimrose... Grimrose is a 4. So yeah, you're grabbing a 6, and nothing in this box is a 6 except for Iron Chain Dragon. Unless there's Synchros down here, no. So out of this box, the combo would only get you Iron Chain Dragon, but the combo would get you Uruk, or Gravity Warrior, or maybe some other 6s I'm not familiar with, but you can also do some sort of level modification to change them around to summon any of the other things that you're trying to grab, now Valkyris, or can you get you can't get him, but or if you're trying to get this, but are they lights? They are in fact light, because it's a light tuner, and he is a light tuner, so yeah, you can in fact get this if you can add 1 level to one of them, so yeah, not too bad. I feel like I'm just not looking at this right. She's a 4, he's a 2, that's only a 6, so yeah. Though, never mind, that's the combo. Because when he throws away when he throws away Crush, he gains a level, so he becomes a 3. So it's 4 plus 3 to get your 7, which allows you to summon Ancient Sacred Wyvern, or just Ancient Sacred Dragon from this set. But you can then do it again and grab, like, throw away another one, or is it only, okay, it's only once per turn. So all you're getting out of that is Ancient Sacred Wyvern, but that's what you're trying to get. So you use the combo, slap out Ancient Sacred Wyvern. So there you go. So guys, thanks for watching. This is going to take me like 20 years to upload. But I really want to do some Warframe stuff, because I've been really addicted to Warframe on the Switch lately. But it's just such a pain in the butt to freaking record Switch stuff that I'm just like, ugh. And I realized today, like, I need a projector so that I can just project it somewhere over near my desk, so I don't have to worry about all the nonsense of moving everything around and whatnot. Just slap a projector to the Switch and I can just use that wherever, so I don't have to worry about it. I could just be sitting at my computer instead. But yeah, I really want to get like a bunch of Warframe stuff going for the Switch specifically. So yeah, guys, look forward to that eventually. I mean, I make promises and never keep them, but whatever. I will hopefully get around to it, because I probably, after doing this video, I'm probably gonna go eat and then play Warframe for like 20 hours again. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Tune into the next episode of Like and Subscribe Comedy to do. See ya.